Hi, I'm Larry McAtee, Ward 3 City Councilman. What a privilege it is today to have for our interview the president, the newly designated president from Oklahoma City Community College, President Jerry Steward. Jerry, thank you so much for being with us today.
It's so good to be with you. Thank you for having me.
How about giving our viewers just a very brief synopsis of your background, of what led you to come up to be our president of our college?
Larry, I was born, I was raised out in eastern Oklahoma County, out in the country then. It's grown up now. I was raised in poverty, came from a very, very poor background and family of 8 children. And we had very, very difficult circumstances. Went to the public schools in Oklahoma City, went to University of Central Oklahoma, graduated there, and graduated from the OU Law School in 1973.
So you are a homegrown boy.
I am a homegrown boy and proud of it.
And during that, we're not going to have time to go through it, but not only did you go through these various education institutions, but you were telling me off camera, you also graduated from the College of Hard Knocks.
I did. I had a very, very difficult time, as did everyone in my family.
But that's given you a really great perspective now as the president. And what led you to apply for the president's job a couple months ago?
I had been associated with Oklahoma City Community College in one capacity or another for over 40 years. The previous president, my predecessor, was retiring, and I was executive vice president, had been for about 8 years. And I believed that I knew the college, knew the people, knew the processes. I think I understood some of the challenges that we were going to face, and while they are very difficult, I believe that I could successfully lead the college through those challenges.
Difficult challenges. How about sharing with our viewers what the meaning of difficult challenges are from the president's perspective?
Well, everybody knows about the funding challenges. It's not just here but elsewhere. We have more students to educate and many fewer dollars to do it, and that is a challenge. But we also have challenges. We have students who live in poverty. We have students who are first generation. Larry, 57% of our students are first generation students. That means that no one in their family has gone to college before. And that's a big challenge. We have students coming to college that are not ready for college work, and that's a big challenge. And so you combine all of those factors and you add an overlay of poverty to it, and we have a very, very challenging time with those students. But we are meeting those needs. We are doing what is best for those students, and I am totally committed to seeing to it that we continue to meet their needs and have them come in the door as maybe a little frightened freshmen and leave our school and have a good job and career waiting for them.
Now, when you say student, my background is a little bit different. I think of a student as somebody who's just graduated from high school, is 17 or 18 years in age, is going to go to college for 4 years, get a degree, and go out into the world. But today's students are not like that, are they?
They are not. Would you like me to tell you about our typical student?
I would. That's what I want our viewers to know.
I'm gonna talk to you about our typical student. She's a young woman in her late 20s or early 30s. She has a couple of children. She's a single parent. She gets up in the morning and she gets the kids ready for school or daycare, and she gets in her old car that's not very good or reliable, and she takes them to daycare or school. She goes to a job that's not meeting her needs and is usually pretty menial. That's why she wants an education. And then she works all day. She picks the kids up and gets them to some kind of daycare in the evening, and then she comes to class at Oklahoma City Community College. She finishes her classwork, she goes home and she helps the children bathe and gets them to bed, and then she is extremely tired, but she has homework to do. And she does her homework and her schoolwork until she drops into bed at night, and then she gets up the next morning and does it all over again.
Repeats the process.
And some version of that is our student body. Now, not all of them are female, not all of them have 2 children, but some version of that story, Larry, are the students at Oklahoma City Community College. They are working to better themselves, to create a better life for themselves and their children and their family.
How many students do you have currently enrolled out there?
This fiscal year, we will have about 21,000 credit students and about 15,000 non-credit students. So it's a busy place.
It is more than a busy place. And it's been in existence for how long?
College opened its doors on September 25th, 1972.
With how many students?
Less than 1,000.
Less than 1,000, and now we've got that going
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Now, you've got a special place in your heart, the school does, for Western Heights School District.
We do.
How about sharing with our viewers what that's all about, since that's in Ward 3?
Western Heights School District is very similar demographically to the Oklahoma City schools. And for years, we've had a program we call OKC Go, which provides that any graduate from the Oklahoma City school system can come to Oklahoma City Community College 2 years tuition free. A great advantage to students who don't have a lot of money. About 5 years ago now, we expanded that program to the Western Heights School District with Superintendent Joe Kitchens. And now we provide that same benefit to graduates of Western Heights, and they're taking advantage of it.
But how many students from Western Heights are taking advantage? Do you know?
Oh, I don't know the exact number, but I think it's 100 or so.
Well, that's great. That's great. Now, what other challenges are you all facing?
The challenges are funding. We have, since 2008 or 9, we have substantially less money. We have more students to educate. Just yesterday, the state announced there's another substantial funding cut coming for this year and next year. So that's always going to be a challenge, and I don't see it as a short-term issue. I don't think when the oil prices recover some, I don't think that's going to solve all of our funding challenges. The other challenge is a community where there's lots of poverty, a community where there are lots of hungry children, and we need to help those individuals get an education. Lack of proper readiness for college is another challenge. But you know, Larry, some people say, well, if students aren't ready for college, they just shouldn't go to college. We can't throw another generation of students away just because they need a little extra help in English or math or reading. We have to find a way to help them and make sure that they can succeed in school, and we're committed to do that. So I'd say the major challenges are funding and then readiness of our students, and then third, just the life circumstances of our students, the poverty and the large number of first-generation students. But while that's a challenge, it also means that we're needed so much more than we have been in the past.
So that need, that's prompted you to put together a new program that we were talking about earlier, a mentoring program?
Yes. We have a new mentoring program that we've instituted just since I became president. And this program is not just for any particular race, but if you look at our data, you'll see that the lowest performing group of students we have in terms of the ethnic backgrounds are African American males. And so we have created a mentoring program so that in the spring semester of 2016, every first-time, full-time, degree-seeking African American male student who will accept a mentor will be assigned a successful adult mentor. And that mentor is not just about helping them with their grades, but helping them become better men, better citizens. Now, the program is not limited to African American males, but we have to start somewhere. And so because that's the lowest performing group that we have focused our efforts first semester on that group. And I have to say that except for the color of my skin, I was them. I think I know what they need, and I think that having a successful male mentor who can congratulate them when they've done well and who maybe can kick them in the tail a little bit when they're not doing the right thing, but will let them know they care about them and they care about what happens to them. I think we're going to see a dramatic effect in their persistence rates and their success rates in college.
Now, who are going to be the mentors, Jerry?
We have set up an office of mentorship at the college, and we have been recruiting mentors from the community since July. And so the mentors that we have for this first part of the program will primarily be successful male mentors that we can assign to these young males. Now, we will have female mentors as well, and we already do, but that's where the focus has been in Northeast Oklahoma City for the first part of the program.
So you're taking your campus, which is at Southwest 74th, basically, in I-44 in the southwest portion of Oklahoma City, and you're taking this program into the northeast quadrant of Oklahoma City because that's where the need is to start.
The need is everywhere, but that's the
Target
location of a target area right now, and we are Oklahoma City Community College. I mean, we're the college really. We're really Central Oklahoma's community college is what we are.
Now, if I'm a young male or a male, and I've got some challenges, how do I get into your program, this mentoring program? Just come out to the college?
Call the president's office and tell him you want the mentoring program, and I'll make it happen.
What's that number?
682-7502.
I didn't tell you I was going to put you on the spot, did I?
No, you didn't.
Give that number again to him.
682-7502.
Now, what if I say, I can identify with that. I need to help a person who is engrossed in some of the challenges that you were talking about here. I'd like to be a mentor. How do I apply for that?
The same way, call my office, and I won't personally handle it, but I'll put them in contact with our mentorship director. And we have some requirements for people who want to be mentors. Mm-hmm. Primarily, it's being able and willing to spend some time with the students, to make one contact per week with them, either by phone or in person or by email or social media, and then to have some face-to-face contact with them once a month, and really to let them know you care about them, and then because of the way things are today, we also are requiring our mentors to undergo a background check.
Sure.
Now, I have volunteered as a mentor, and just a few days ago, I submitted my information for a background check, even though I've had a background check recently. I'm having another one now for this mentorship program.
Are the results back yet?
They're not back yet, but I think I'm going to be okay.
Let's hope you pass.
Yeah, I hope so.
Jerry, thanks for coming down. Thanks for sharing your passion. Thanks for being willing to share your background and how you can identify with these people that are facing the challenges of today. We're coming up on a new year, 2016. A person out there who is challenged, like we were talking about, who wants to improve the quality of their life and their family's life. They're a first generation maybe thinking about going to some kind of higher education. What kind of advice would you give them for this new year?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure. I would say to those students coming out of high school, you cannot succeed in today's world with beyond just a menial job unless you have some kind of training after high school. It can be career tech, it can be college. We have a place for you at Oklahoma City Community College. We have people who care about you and who will do everything we can to try to help you and get you into the proper technical or academic program. And don't ever, ever, ever give up. Don't ever give up.
Jerry, thank you for those words. Thank you for coming down.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you all for watching. I hope you've caught Jerry's passion, the hope that he has for this generation. Don't give up. Get involved. Get a hold of OCCC and do what it takes to move forward. Thank you for your vision. God bless you and have a great new year.